A message from the management. Eating and drinking while viewing these videos is not advised. Please be aware you do so at your own risk. Hi guys, welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. Moved myself just to keep you on your toes. I've been arsing about with the volume because for some reason hers is really quiet, so I've turned mine down. Fingers crossed it will work out, because I'm not going to do this twice. I'm sorry, I've got absolutely sod all done. I was up for hours and hours and hours the other day. I don't know what day of the week it is anymore. And I was just going to sleep at 10 o'clock in the morning, and that's when the diving was on at the Olympics, and I wanted to see Tom Daley dive, so I watched that and then went to sleep. And then I woke up to the news that 2 little ones have been killed. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this world. I really do not. Southport, seaside town, Taylor Swift dance class for 5 to 11-year-olds, and some twat of a 17-year-old went in with a knife. He's killed 2, critically injured 2, and put the rest of them in hospital as well. Little diddy ones. Little 6-year-old kids that want to learn Taylor Swift dance moves. Really? Of all the places you want to get fucking unload your temper or whatever. Really? 6 to 11-year-old little girls learning how to dance to Taylor Swift. That's your answer, is it? And now you know what's going to happen. All the parents of all the kids are going to blame themselves and say, I should never have sent them to a summer thing. I should have booked the time off of work for the school holidays or whatever and been with them. Or apparently there was one older girl, I don't know if she was the one that was teaching them to dance or she just happened to be there, and she was carrying out a little one that had been stabbed and was bleeding really bad, and he continued to stab her in the back. I said to Jed, this is one day where I really wish someone had a gun. You know what I mean? Straight between the eyes. I'd have done it and I wouldn't have thought twice. Killing babies. And now I've got to sit and listen to her waffle. Where do you wear all those clothes? How to create a dressed up, exciting life over 50. Really? Should we jump in?
Is the real deal. Hey guys, it's Lisa, and today I am going to film this video. It's Sunday. I'm putting in my Jenny Bird balloon hoops, and this is going to be our Midlife Magic Monday video, and I'm going to film it, though we're not going to be live. I'm going to film it like it's live, because
you film your lives like they're not live, so what's different? You don't interact with the people that are in your live. You don't let them ask questions. I don't know why you do lives. You don't understand what the point of lives are.
I've had a few things come up, and I'm not going to be able to do that tomorrow.
Oh.
So I like this style anyway. I don't have a problem with not editing, so I hope you don't. And I feel like it will give us a little bit of a better vibe. So this video is sponsored by City Lips, City Beauty.
Fuck.
And they want me to let you know about their BOGO sale, which I would do that anyway. This, you know, is my favorite gloss ever. It's like my favorite lip conditioner. My favorite gloss of all times is San Diego. I have one in my purse now, and it seems like I just wore this. Yes, I went to go see my mom and dad. My dad loves for me to wear my hair up, and he likes when I have a little bit more color on my lips. So I wore San Diego.
Did I just hear that right? He likes me to wear my hair up and have darker colour on my lips. Not her husband. Not a fancy man. Her dad. How does your mum feel about your dad telling you to wear your hair up and darker lipstick? Because I know for a fact if Jed was telling Madam what she could wear and what she couldn't wear and what he preferred to see her in, that'd be shut down quicker than fucking rat infested kitchen. Really? Does he say he likes you to wear really low cut dresses so he can see your tits too? I know he's told you to wear shorter length skirts. That's just weird. I'm sorry. There's something really not right about that. And all your fucking ass kissers can come here and tell me I'm mean 100 times a day. That is wrong. Fucking weird.
That one, yeah. And Clear is my nightly lip conditioner. It stays on the whole night. These are a little bit plumping, but they don't sting, and they're not too cooling. It's like the perfect amount of plumping. This is one that it's not as much my favorite. Let me swatch it for you here. I should have brought a towel.
I should have been prepared.
But a lot of people like this one because keep in mind, there's the creamy ones like I have on today. I wore this so it would be something different than, because I always wear San Diego. This is Nude York. And see how it just gives that little bit of shimmer? This is a good topper for most anything. They also have a good like whitish clear one. It's almost like the clear with a little bit of sparkle. And then my latest favorite has been Los Angeles. This one.
While we're showing lip things that no one's interested in, I finished mine and I'm gutted. I'm so sad. Let me see where I am so I can see if you can see it. It's dead cool. Right, it's got lips on the end. It's a really cute colour, and it was done. Revolution got the deal with Friends to do a Friends collab, and it was lipstick for men. That's back to front, isn't it? It says lipstick for men. It was something Joey did during Friends. I don't know all the episodes like some people know them. Look, I've even scraped it out. It was blue. It was like this light blue colour. And with my hair, this colour, it went really well. But I liked it anyway. But there was just something about it that... It was really moisturising, and there was like a flavour to it that was really nice. So I've gone looking and can't get them anywhere. And I wrote to Revolution and I said, can you make them again? Because I really like it. But I said, even if it's not a Friends one, just whatever that concoction was in the tube, can you do that again? So I'm gutted now, it's gone. I'm going to sulk. Right, where are we? There.
Oh my gosh. And let me go ahead and tell you the deal so that...
You already did.
You'll know. Okay, it starts the 29th and goes only to, I think it was like Thursday. Yeah, to August 1st. Sorry. Let me look at this with my old eyes. Okay, City Lips BOGO. Buy one City Lips, get one free. So it's not buy one, get one half. Add 2 City Lips to cart, apply coupon to checkout, and get 2 City Lips for the price of 1. My coupon code is Lisa50. So I will put that down below. And yeah, so there's that. So don't miss that opportunity. Okay, this is...
I wouldn't buy them even half price. I think they're overpriced for what they are. If somebody out there's tried them and think they're the be all and end all, let me know. But see, I wouldn't buy them anyway because it's America and then there's taxes and imports and postage and shite. So
is Los Angeles. This is perfection over Showstopper from Estee Lauder. I don't know what it does. It is like a little magic wand. Okay, I know what it is. Even though it's pink, look how much gold shimmer that has in it.
we can't see it.
That is what makes this one special. Okay, and then what I have on today, if you're not into the sparkly and you're into like the nudes, the Bordeaux type nudes, which we are, I typically...
We're not, just so you know, not everyone that watches you likes what you like, Lisa.
wear more of these type looks in the winter, fall and winter, because I love this with an all black or even a heavier eye. But my favorite one is
Heavier
pink
eye.
nude. And it is not
An all black or a heavier eye? When has she ever done an all black eye? Talking bollocks.
hard to wear. Like, you'll see just by this swatch.
Will we?
See how it's not streaky, or it blends into your lip liner very well, and it doesn't...
See? There! Look! You can say it! You just said doesn't. Why can't you say that all the time then? Because you don't fucking want to. You want to be awkward.
It's not hard to work with. You know what I'm going to do? I have this towel down because Sassy was getting my chair so fuzzy, and then I put this down. Then she's just been laying on this, so I'm going to use this to take those off so I don't get them on my towel.
Of course she'll lay on that. Did you really think putting a towel down was going to stop your cat lying on it? No, what you do is you put the towel down for when the cat's lying on there, and then when you want to sit on it, you take the towel off, and then you put it back when you get up. So... was there even a queue for intelligence? Did you actually join the queue at all?
Top. So that is what I'm wearing today, and the lip liner is it's a combo. It started off with my Paradise lip liner, and then I think I put a little bit of 90s Pink by Charlotte.
3, 2, 1. We don't care! Let's upset a few people, shall we? And you still haven't fucking blended nose contour.
Tilbury on it. I think that's what it is. Okay, so thank you to City Lips, City Beauty for sponsoring this first part of the video. Now let's get to something I was telling you about, and that is how to have a more interesting life, or how to not have a boring life over 50. And I think a lot...
Really? You're going to tell us how not to have a boring life over 50 when you do fuck all? You do know people out here have lives and families. Not talking about me. That go on holiday, that have weddings, that have garden parties, that have barbecues, that go travelling, that have grandchildren that they take care of so that their daughter, son, whatever can get away and have a holiday, have interests, have hobbies, do crosswords. We're not bored. You're the one that's bored. Even though I'm stuck in this room, I'm not bored.
A lot of that comes from empty nest syndrome, where...
Empty nest. Is she going to keep saying that? That poor child has been invisible his entire fucking life. The way you treat your son is disgusting, Lisa, if you're watching this. I hope you are. I can't wait until Will's of an age where he's finished with his schooling, he's earning some money, and he can get the fuck out of Dodge. And why John doesn't put his foot down more often, well, Who fucking knows?
We're feeling a little less needed, maybe, and we have fewer places to go. When you have kids, there is always a school function, a birthday party. Even when they get in high school, you're taking them places. You're like, I took and picked my kids up from school. You're seeing other people.
You're seeing other people, yeah. Funny how you never enrolled your kids in anything fun where they'd see other people. Does anyone remember Will was in the Scouts or the whatever, Cubs, whatever it is over there, for a week, and then he never went back? Brooke was in ballet when she was Diddy. She never did anything else. I can't with this woman. She didn't do... I've spoken, most of the time I've got a computer, I have spoken to loads of American people, and they've told me about all the clubs and activities and things that their kids do. Even Angie, her son, he's in band, so you have to take them to band practice, and you have to be there at the games that they're playing at and whatever else they're doing. Hers did nothing. She didn't take them anywhere. She drove them to school and drove them home because that's what she wanted to do. Had she not want to ferry them to school and back, that wouldn't have happened either. They would have been on the school bus. But that was it. Oh, you're always busy. Were you? Really? Were you?
So when they move out, and especially if you're not going to work, and especially if your husband's retired, you might find yourself kind of bored.
Especially if your husband's retired, you're bored. If you were an empty nester, an actual empty nester, and your husband had just retired, that would be the time for you and him to do all the things that you wanted to do that you couldn't do when the kids were around. Like a bit of horizontal dancing in the afternoon without someone walking in on you. Being able to walk round the house in the nude if you didn't have neighbours that live so close. Going on trips. Just thinking, I don't feel like cooking tonight, shall we just go and find somewhere to eat? Booking holidays. Oh, when your husband's retired, you're bored. Really? Okay. And people moan about John. That poor man, he's had a shit life, hasn't he? She's had everything we wouldn't look at it and go, wow, hasn't she had a brilliant life? Because that's what she thinks. She thinks I'm sat here, or we're all sat here, and we're jealous of her because she's got everything she ever wanted. But that's the thing, Lisa. It's what you wanted. You've got everything you wanted. Your kids never got what they wanted, and your husband surely doesn't get what he wants. But as long as you're happy, that's the main thing. And I'm not jealous because I have a husband that loves and cares for me. If I wanted to shed loads of money on a fucking handbag, I could, but I don't. I put it away for my children, for when I'm not here and they need money. I don't care about carrying the latest Fendi, even if I was going out. I like my Kipling bags. They brought great joy to Madam when she was little, and she used to play with the monkey, and that kept her quiet wherever we were, apart from when she was playing with the sari of the doctor. We don't all want what you want. There's women out there that are dreading their husband's retirement, but yet there's women out there that are like, great, then we can live. But you don't see that side because you've always done whatever the fuck you wanted to do, regardless of anybody. Bored. You have a son at home, a husband at home, and you're bored. Really?
And I know that a lot of you feel this way because of the comments that I get I get a lot of, where are you wearing all of those clothes?
That doesn't mean they're at home bored. That means they're sat there thinking, where the fuck are you wearing a floor length top fucking braless, I was going to say, strapless dress? Because normal people wouldn't wear that on a fucking aeroplane and troop around New York City in it. That's when you should have used one of your many pairs of sneakers and a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. But no, because you don't know how to fucking dress yourself, and there's someone else is in a picture in the morning for you to look at. And is there any way of reporting her taking pictures of people and not telling them and showing them on her account? Because that has to be wrong. If I came across, if I happened to be watching a video and my fucking photograph popped up, or any of my kids or my husband, I'd want to know damn well why they took it and why they were showing it and why they weren't getting in trouble for it.
Like, I had someone say that she lived near me. Where do I wear these clothes? Just to Walmart? And I get it. First of all, I do YouTube. So I'm going to, and this is fashion is my thing, part of my career.
It's not a career, Lisa. However you spin that to Mama and Daddy and John, it's not a career. How long is this career going to last? Another 10 years maybe? That's not a career. And the woman who said, I live near you, where the fuck are you wearing those clothes, is because she's out in shorts and flip-flops and a t-shirt because you live by the sea. What's she doing in a big fucking gown? A sequined gown and a £10,000 handbag? Just going to McDonald's drive-through. It's stupid. They're not envious. They don't want to do it themselves. They're not bored. They're trying to figure out where your screw went, if they can find it, and put it the fuck back in and normalise you. Talking about John fucking busting a gut and screws and smoke, whatever. Your screw went a long time ago to having a screw loose. You never had any screws. I'll send you some from Amazon if you like.
I am going to have more clothes than the average person. And I see a lot of people. A lot of people see me. And so I love it. And you'll notice I make it a thing. I make it a thing. Make things in your life fun, exciting. Celebrate them. You know, I always talk about creating a life that you love, and that's trite by this point. We've heard it so much. Romanticize your life. Even that has become mainstream. To me, I just make everything a thing, and I always have. So I'm going to give you a few tips that I have learned by watching, more psychologist type videos and life coach type videos.
Oh, I can't wait. Are you practicing your life coaching now? Right. Get ready, girls. This is what you're going to be paying for in a while.
I don't know. What is Mel Robbins? What is she considered? Just a think leader or thought leader? Maybe. I just think she's pretty relatable. I'm never going to bring you a lot of stuff that I think doesn't go with who we are. I think we're all pretty much aligned in our lives and how we feel. So I cater all of my information just to us and our little space here. Okay, so I wrote down, I've been watching some Andrew Huberman because he is the real deal. What is he, from Stanford? And he is a neurosurgeon, psychologist, all of that good stuff. So he can tell you the nitty gritty. I'll try to link the exact video because it was a short one. He was saying that life now, more than ever, can get boring.
Oh, why are we pulling it off your shoulder? Are there any men watching? Hussy.
Because we have everything at our fingertips. We have everything. We can work from home. We can get food delivered to home. Honestly, if you live near a city or even a more dense populated area, We don't even need to grocery shop. We hardly need to leave our house. We don't need house. We don't need transportation. We can walk everywhere. It's very different. And because of that, people can get bored. And like I've always told you, humans need purpose. We need purpose. And so we have to stay driven to an extent. I'm not saying overboard, because I do think you can go overboard and even that can get monotonous. But we need interactions. We need to change the pace. And so she said, life is boring now because all of...
She said, I thought it was a he. I'm lost.
our needs are met. You don't even have to leave your home. And they were both saying that you actually have to find things.
Who's they? I'm not. I thought we were talking about Mr. Huberman.
You have to find things to create occasions and to create interest and excitement. You can't expect it to just find you. And that's a whole mindset. There are those of us that feel like and I'm this way and I always have been, it's just natural to me to feel in control of my life. I make things happen. I create my life. I always have. Even when it was bad and I made the bad decisions, I knew it. But there are some people that feel like life happens to them and that they're kind of like a jellyfish and they're just kind of...
Oh, she listened to that somewhere, didn't she? That's what's going to happen. If any of you people are coming over here from there and you're thinking about paying her to be a life coach, you're just going to get regurgitated shite that she's listened to on YouTube for free. And you're going to pay her for it.
Floating along, and they have a little bit of direction and a little bit of control, but most of the time things are just the way they are. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you have to be honest with yourself and think about which person are you. Because if you're the person that feels like you're just going with the flow...
Isn't that you? I thought you were the go with the flow. Now all of a sudden you're making your life, aren't you? And I've just missed the fucking thumbnail I wanted. Bum. I wonder how many times in a day she actually fucking contradicts herself.
See yourself as easygoing and just taking life as it comes, then you may not realize that that's what's going on and that you have so much more power than you can even imagine. Another thing that I have discovered within myself is our identity and our paradigm, our container, our comfort zone, who we see ourselves as. Like, I have never seen myself as a traveler, traveling every month. And I had to say, why not? Why can't I travel?
Oh, I thought it was because John didn't like flying. See? I said all along it was her, not him.
And, of course, first thing I thought of is my children. So I did have to wait until I felt good about leaving as a mom. These things will vary within all of us. Then John made it very clear that he was not into traveling. He was happy right here, so I had to get to the point where I could travel by myself if I needed to.
Oh, I had to wait until I'd grown up and I was a big girl and I could go on that thing that flies in the air all by myself. I was doing that age 7.
And the next thing you know, I'm traveling. And guess what? When I travel, I get to wear lots of fun clothes. When I travel, I get to meet lots of new people. When I travel, I get to put all of the things that I have learned about myself and about making life interesting.
All you're doing now, Lisa, is bragging. What about the people that haven't got the money to be able to go travelling and wear nice clothes? If you're a life coach, explain how they get to do that. What do they have to do? Oh, they have to make it happen. Okay. So it's their fault. Right.
I get to put those things into practice. And with all of those things, my comfort zone, my container, my paradigm changes, and life is exciting. Then when I come home, wow, life is exciting here because I haven't been here. I realize how
Hiya.
much I love, you guys always hear me say how much I love where I live, how much I love my home, how much I love what I eat, how much I love my routine. So it takes that effort to change things, and then it also takes effort to, when you come back, take a moment and reflect. What am I so grateful for here in my life already? So that's one aspect of it.
Fuck's sake.
Another one is I was watching a Graham Weaver. I've never heard of him, but he grabbed my attention, and he was saying, live life at full power. Don't try to keep it small in your comfort zone. And this goes right along with that. That's what I try to do.
I. Most people are already doing that. It's only you that's grown up in the last 2 months and think you're a big girl and you can travel and do things. People have been doing that all their lives. So it will be new and exciting to you, won't it? Because you've never done it before. Because you've led a sheltered life in a bubble.
I am someone who, not in a morbid way, but I do think about death. And everyone's going to die.
Good day.
Yeah.
And I'm back. Just had a long chat with Tech Help. He's really shook about that because he's a huge Swiftie. And he came in and he saw Taylor Swift said she's in complete shock over the stabbings. He's like, what stabbings? Yeah, let me shut his door and then I'll get back to it.
And I don't want to be one of those people that wish I would have done something that I didn't do. I don't want to be one of those people that just wishes I would have gone for it.
What about the people that want to go for it and can't? What about them? How do you think you're helping? Oh, you just make your life. You just make yourself do stuff. Tell that to the parents that have just lost their babies at a Taylor Swift dance class.
Or wishes that I didn't care what other people thought. And I still struggle with that. I do. I'm working on it. I do. I'm bad about self-sabotaging in weird ways now. Not my old ways, but I do. Like in different ways. We'll talk about that in a different video. I'm going to try to stay on topic here and not make this an hour. But so I don't want to live a small life. And
Nobody does, Lisa. And you think you've got the answer to that? I'm waiting.
I deserve to live a big life. I had to get that in my head. I deserve to travel. I deserve to have a nice home. I deserve to have a designer bag if I want.
Fuck off. Everybody deserves to have a good life. Everybody. Including the poor lady outside of fucking Alta with her 4 children, begging. Don't you think she deserves to have a good life, a good home, a designer handbag if she wants one? What makes you different? I want to hear your answers to those questions. Why you think you're so special, that you deserve all this stuff. and you can look down your nose at the lady on the elevator who hasn't had her toenails painted.
I deserve these things because I'm me, because this is the life that I've created, and I can be more than I even dreamed of as a child.
This is the life I created. Really? Is it? And you think everybody can do that and it's that simple? Is it? Really? Go! She just gets even more fucking annoying every video now.
Or as a young adult, or last year. I want to always be growing and creating a more and more exciting life. Now, with this, okay, let me go into the next thing first, because this is something that's just going to come from me, and my experience. Because in the past couple of years, I have had a very, very hustle mentality. I really loved that. I'm a hard worker. I like to hustle. I would even be judgmental of other people. And a lot of this was going into my masculine energy. When you're about what you accomplish, you're more about what you do and what you have more than who you are.
Oh, you and your fucking masculine, feminine bollocks. Really? I choose to hustle. I'm a hustler. Don't you think everybody does? Not everybody has the, what would you call it? Love the smell of that. Options to be able to say to the man that they marry, I want to be a stay-at-home mum. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do the other. You were lucky you found John. What if you didn't find John? What if you never married again? Then what?
Or just to be. You're into more doing and you're less into being. So in the past, I would say this year, probably in the past 6 months, I've tried to do less of that, because I realized it wasn't as fulfilling as I thought it would be. And I've tried to get more into being. And with this and with the feminine energy comes many, many, many fabulous things. It comes, I'm going to tell you just from my perspective, and they may seem frivolous and trivial, but I'm going to tell you, this is what makes me happy. I love to be more childlike. I love to be more fascinated with variety in life, nature, flowers, nature.
You just said that.
Laughing, a lighter conversation, sitting and reading, and just
try doing a crossword.
Like when you're a child, you don't get bored because you're always into something new. Like I can remember just running through the neighborhood, and 1 week we were building a camp, the next week we were building a tree house, the next week we were playing babies, the next week we were playing Barbies. We were just go to my grandmother's. She had the coolest little cookware set that looked like real pots and pans, and we would make mud cakes and mud pies. It was just always something. That's what we need to do. We need to keep it moving. And when you do this, you create more opportunities to meet new people and to get dressed up. Now
Really? Do you? What about the women that have to go out to work and wear a uniform? They're meeting people. Not new people. They're meeting people. They can't get dressed up. She's a fucking woman. She's clueless. You're clueless.
You guys know I've always loved to dress up. So even when I was a busy stay-at-home mom, I would make it easy and create my mom outfits, and I would get dressed up. But I would look forward to that Friday where Brooke and I would go to the mall and we would go shopping, and I would have her.
And you would spend $100 all on yourself and then do a show and tell for John. We know.
Her a special little outfit, and I would really dress up that day. I would create reasons to dress up. I didn't wait. I didn't just dress her up and then I was in sweatpants. I always looked for reasons to get dressed up. For example, when I was sewing and selling handbags, I would have a list of people waiting, and I loved it. I did. I would think the night before, what am I going to make the next day? And I would sell them at a few places in town. But when I would make a bag, back then I didn't even text. You probably could, but I didn't. I never had a BlackBerry, so I didn't get into that. I would call the person and we would decide at a place to meet. A lot of times it would be a fabric store or somewhere to meet, or I would take it to their home. I would get dressed up. I would think the night before, what am I going to wear? Because I wanted to present myself as my brand, which is someone who gets dressed up. Someone who likes being feminine, dressed up. I could have easily met them in sweatpants or a t-shirt, my hair in a bun or whatever, and it would have made no difference. They would have been just as happy with their bag. But to me, it's a total package, and I enjoyed it, and I specifically remember that. And I would even have clothes that I would wear to pick up the kids at school or to take them to school. It may not be dressed up, but it would look put together. And I'm not someone who always has to wear makeup. I just purely enjoy wearing makeup. And I enjoy the process, but I would have a cut down routine. Like I would tell you, if I didn't have eye makeup on, I'd have a really killer pair of sunglasses and a great lip gloss. So I have been good at that, and I think that's why I've never really been bored with my life. But, like I said, I have had to work.
I've never been bored with my life because I make occasions to get dressed up. Wow. Really? That's the answer, is it?
At making my life bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, being more childlike, take on new adventures. And this is the best one. Do things to rekindle your romance with your husband.
Some of us don't need to rekindle. Just because you have. We're not you. When are you going to understand that the people you're talking to have done and said and been 1,000 times more than you have?
And be aware of what your husband finds fun.
Right, yeah. So does your husband find flying to New York and rushing around and not getting to the appointment that he made for you, having to eat the crust of a pizza, does that make his day? Does it really?
Of women trying to really talk their husband into, let's go to the opera. That's just something I made up.
Because you'd never fucking go to the opera because you would never fucking clue what was going on. And you think your husband's too dumb to go to the opera. Do you know?
Or let's go shopping. Let's go, and you're trying to talk your husband into doing things that they don't want to do. And then you may get frustrated that they're not wanting to try new things or they're not wanting to go places with you. Always remember that even if you're giving a gift to someone, if it's not something that they want, like there are people I know that I could tell them, hey, I'm giving away my Chanel jumbo flap. Do you want it? And there are people that really wouldn't want it because that's not their thing. And I know with me, I've had people, like companies all the time will ask me, do I want some free glasses or do I want free this or that? And I just politely say, no, thank you. Because even though someone else may really, really value that thing, it wouldn't be a good gift for me. So think about that when
It's not a gift. It's called PR. And there's a sort of quiet written understanding that you might just mention it on your channel.
when you're inviting your husband on new adventures, make sure they're things that you both enjoy. Like for instance,
Yeah, what did he enjoy in this last trip to fucking America? New York. Please, I'm dying to know.
when John and I went to the Rolling Stones concert, that was something we both enjoyed. Now he is good. We're both good about bending a little bit and doing things that the other one loves too. But I would never ask him to do something he just purely would not like. If you watch my video, he did not enjoy New York. I'm never going to hold that against him if he doesn't go with me again. I appreciate.
No, you just threw him under the bus this time, and when you do go again, you oh, John didn't want to come. John doesn't like it. I'm doing it, making a whole big fucking deal about it.
Appreciated that he went the first time. But try to think about those things that you would both enjoy. My parents are 73 and 75, and they still love, my dad calls it putting on the dog, getting dressed up and going to a coffee shop. They will find a new coffee shop, go there, drink a good cup of coffee, get some good pastries. They have a little routine. They go to like Fresh Market. They go, like I've told you before, they'll go to pawn shops and look for good jewelry or something like that. They'll go to car shows, dog shows. They have always been good about switching it up, finding things they enjoy, finding reasons to get dressed up, enjoying getting dressed up together.
And you've never done that with John, have you? No, he's home now and you're bored.
And enjoying coming home. When I go over there on Sunday, first thing I ask is, what'd y'all do today? Oh, we went to the coffee shop. They'll meet authors. They'll meet all kinds of new people. They'll go to our downtown area by the river. There's a lot of festivals and just good things. And my dad grew up, both of my parents grew up here, so my dad grew up more towards downtown, so he knows all kinds of places to go.
And you've never been to any of them? So who are you telling to suck eggs? Your parents are already doing what you're trying to tell us to do. And most of us have already been doing what you're telling us, so I don't know what the fuck the point of this fucking video was.
And so they're never bored. They're never bored. And they love getting dressed up, even to go to the grocery store. So that's something too. And that keeps the romance alive. It really does. And then that sparks all kinds of new things to do. Okay, I'm onto my phone notes here. Let's see. Sorry, like I said, this is going to be like a live video. Okay, I'm going to go over a couple more things and then we'll get into another personal thing with me. Okay, when I was listening to Mel Robbins, the lady that she was talking about, and I will list that video down below, but I actually was listening to this when I was getting ready today, and so I haven't completed it. But the lady was talking about habituation, and habituation can make us get bored, our habits. And she was saying how even, like, say you walk into a bakery, which is ironic, and oh, that smell, those cinnamon buns, that apple cobbler, the coffee. I am someone who loves the smell of coffee but doesn't like coffee. I have tried so many times. You guys look like you're having so much fun. I want to be that person. I just can't do it. But those smells kind of hit you.
I remember when she said that once in a Friday haul. Oh, can you tell me a good coffee to try? Because you all look like you're having so much fun and I want to join in too. Having so much fun. They're drinking coffee. How would you feel if someone said, oh, can you think of a good diet soda for me to drink? Because you look like you're having so much fun. They're just drinking.
you in the face and you love it. But you'll notice after a few minutes, your brain will adjust and you won't smell that smell anymore. And they had this little test on the video where she had like this little graph, and I encourage you to watch it, with some colors. And it was kind of like muted, kind of tie-dye type colors. But in the center was a black cross. And she said, stare at the cross for 30 minutes. Don't do that. 30 seconds. Notice how the colors fade. But then when you do this and look again, you'll see the colors bright again.
Do this.
That's kind of how your brain does. And I'm very...
Blink. It's called fucking blinking. I do like this.
If I were a younger pup and had more time, I would totally be taking some psychology and anthropology and all these kind of courses.
Anthropology courses. Ugh. Why is this video dragging?
I love all this stuff. I love knowing how the brain works and personalities and stuff like that.
It helps if you have a brain to begin with.
But it worked with me. When I stared at the black cross or plus sign, the colors faded, and then when I looked again, they were brighter again. So we have to get where we're not doing, this is the same thing, we're not doing the same habits every day. So I thought that was very interesting and so true. And then a few more things.
You didn't know that doing the same thing over and over gets boring. Wow. That's because you never had a proper job for long enough.
Things that Brooke and I, my daughter, were just talking about this yesterday. I had a fancy pair of pajamas. Okay, let me back up a little bit and tell you a little scenario that happened when we were in Palm Beach. You know, I told you we had, sorry Sassy, I'll move soon. We had adjoining rooms. Well, I give Brooke a lot of my things because she likes them, and I'm always getting new things. And I had given her a pair of pajamas. They were pink with tigers. Can't remember where I got these specific ones. It wasn't Victoria's Secret. It wasn't Avery. I think these were actually from, I can't remember.
Do we care?
Anthropology, something like that.
It's just a story. We don't care about the pajamas.
That. Maybe even Abercrombie.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So, I wear pretty silky pajamas every night, and a lot of times they're pink with tigers. Well, every night I put my hair up, and then I end up putting my glasses on. And right before we left, Brooke had forgotten her glasses. So I said, well, you can wear mine, because I wear one contact, and I only wear my glasses at night. And I knew I don't take them when I travel. So she walks in our room one night, and here she is with my old pajamas on, her hair up in a bun, and my glasses on. She looks so cute. She was a mini Lisa, for sure, a mini mommy. And John looked at her, and he says, oh my gosh, like I'm seeing double, because there I was in my silky pink pajamas with tigers on them, or mine might have had zebras, and with my hair up. And that is what I love. I love wearing fancy stuff around the house. And
does anybody know the point of this fucking story?
I always have. I've always like that is like a fantasy. Even when we built our first house, like I could not wait to have something on that I liked. For instance, these Skims dresses, most of those I can't wear out of the house just because they're tight and they're body hugging and they're thin. But it feels so good to be just in something just as comfortable as pajamas, but they look good. They make you feel good. They look good to your husband. It's just different. It's a different feeling than throwing on an old white t-shirt. And so the other day, we were going through my clothing rack, and we were, deciding what I was going to give away. And we came across a pair of black pajamas that I had ordered. They were Free People, and I'd ordered them from Saks when I did a collaboration with them.
Who are the trousers for? Finn McCool, what the fuck? So you're going to sweep the floor with them every time you wear them? Cool.
but they just weren't my favorite. I remember that the arms were real flowy, the legs were real flowy, and they weren't as easy to wear as my other ones.
Fuck off with your thumbs up button.
So I gave them to her, and I told her, and I teach her little life lessons like this all the time. I said, Brooke, never, she said, oh, I gave Katie, her roommate, she said, another pair, and we wore them the other night when we watched Love Island. And I was like, yes, make it a moment. You know, when you have your girlfriends over, all get in your pretty pajamas. And matter of fact, Miss Gold Girl, Marnie, and Mommy's Makeup and Moscato, we did that one of the nights at the LTK conference. We all got in our jammies and had Whataburger and had a good night, a little, not a sleepover, but almost. And I loved having pretty pajamas. So you don't have to be going.
No, I loved spending time with Marnie and the other girls and eating on the bed and talking rubbish. I love getting dressed up. I love having pretty things. I.
Someplace special to feel special and to dress up. And I understand if wearing a dress and high heels like I will do in a skinny minute into Walmart is not your thing. You have to do what aligns with you. And you know, I have never promoted for you to dress like me, do your makeup like me, do your hair like me. I promote authenticity. And in the truest sense, I know that word gets so bleh, but just be yourself. Be the most you can be, but be fancy you. Be fancy you all the time. Romanticize your life. Live big. Break out of your comfort zone. Rekindle that romance with your husband, the romance with your life, the romance with your house. Maybe switch it up a little bit. Rearrange the furniture. I'm getting ready to do that. I'm excited. Redecorate. Even, like, I remember when we bought this house, how just exciting that was. I have said many times, I wish I could empty out this house completely and start over because that was so much fun. And do that. Do some exciting things. Don't get to the end of our day.
Who can afford to empty out their house and start over? How about the lady on the corner with the 4 kids? Go and tell her to do that.
And wish we had done some things. Last night I was looking at this website. It's called Masterclass, and it's got like Diane von Furstenberg. It's got Martha Stewart, Naomi Campbell, and they're teaching master classes about their life. And I was watching Martha Stewart. She did not start her career, you guys, until she was 50. If that's not inspiring, what is? I believe the founder of McDonald's didn't start until he was 50. This is our time. If there ever was a time, this is our time. But if you will think back to your teens, your childhood, your teens, your 20s, your 30s, it's 40s are a transition. We weren't in charge of making life exciting. It just was, because we're falling in love, we're having babies, there's always a wedding to go to, there's always, I remember even simple things like going to John's parents' house or having the family Christmas. All of that, unfortunately, kind of dwindles as we get older because people are passing away, people are moving. We've been married 25 years, but it's up to us to recreate those moments. And you know, I do it every day. Like I told you, I had gotten kind of lazy and was putting on comfy clothes going to my parents, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna stay in my dress until I go over to see my parents. I want to look pretty for my parents. Yesterday I had on a dress, and where was John? I had gone somewhere. He was not home yet. Him and Will had gone to, not what?
Who's Will? Anybody know? Will. No.
Burger. We don't have one of those. I can't remember the burger place. And then they had gone to Walmart. So I kept on my dress until they got home. And then I put on my silky, pretty pajamas. And we had a good night. We cooked dinner. I sat outside with him. And that's what you have to do. So I think you just have to...
You're preaching to the choir, Lisa. We already know.
To make it a priority. Make you a priority. Make your husband a priority. Make your family a priority. Make being childlike a priority. Part of feminine energy is that childlike feeling, and that's part of what men love about us. They're the ones that are supposed to be hustle mode. They're the ones that thrive and feel better with accomplishments, with getting things done. When we are our most feminine and the most happy and fulfilled and our estrogen goes up is when we are just being. We're being soft, we're being kind, we're being fun, we're being supportive. And you can see how that polarity is there because we crave that masculine energy and they crave that softness. So that's something that has really done well for me in all aspects of my life. And you'll veer away from it and then you'll notice what's going on, and it's fun to come back, and it does keep things fresh. So, okay, my outfit of the day. I don't even have on shoes because John is cooking breakfast as we speak. This is a new top that I ordered from Revolve, and I ordered this small and did not even need to try it on because I could look at it and tell it was too small. So I gave it to Brooke and I reordered the medium. And it's just, isn't it?
When are you gonna learn, Lisa? Your tits are too big for a small top.
Speak. This is a new top that I ordered from Revolve, and I ordered this small and did not even need to try it on because I could look at it and tell it was too small. So I gave it to Brooke and I reordered the medium. And it's just, isn't it the prettiest little...
Isn't it the prettiest? Oh, isn't it? Isn't it? Do you think? Yeah, I do.
Sexy, vintage, fun little top. And then these are girlfriend jeans. And I'll put the link below, but they are high rise. They're kind of like the A Goldies or the whoever does the 90s pinch waist. But I bought this as a set because I love a really pretty top with a pair of jeans. And I was thinking, honestly, that this was going to be shorter. So I thought I needed a high waist, but I really don't. It would be fine without. And this is another way that I kind of balance things like this out, is when I do wear something dressy, like you guys know I love to wear slip dresses, I love
Night
just dresses in
dresses.
general, always have. I'll wear a pair of flip-flops or a pretty pair of sandals. That's why I think finding some fancy, flat, comfortable sandals or sneakers is so important. I would wear this with a cool pair of sneakers, and then you can still feel like yourself, but be comfortable. And then if you are, I understand, caring about what other people think. That's human nature. It's a survival tactic. In the old days, we had to care what people thought of us because we might get left out in the cold. But don't let it rule you. And you can take it in degrees. Like, say, first of all, it's not real practical. When I run in Walmart with my heels on, it's usually to pick up some steaks or to grab something for Will, ice cream or something like that, or John. And you can't walk all over. So I understand it's not practical. I'm not into pain anymore. I used to endure that pain. I don't anymore. Sometimes I'll even carry a pair of flip-flops in the car. But that's how I do it. Okay, you guys know I could talk on and on. Thank you for being here.
On.
I'll list all of my makeup down below.
What was that?
Don't forget about the BOGO City Beauty and the lip conditioner. And buy one, get one free. Not half, but it's only until August 1st. So I'll remind you on my Instagram. Okay, have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
When are you putting fucking Chanel on a diet? You're killing that cat. I'm looking up there for me and I'm not up there. Thank God we got to the end. And if you got to the end with me, thank you very much. And I will catch you in the next one.